2 of their first 3 draft selections, picking defensive tackle Jordan Davis and linebacker Nakobe Dean. They also traded with Tennessee for A.J. Brown. Yesterday, Brown spoke about why he's so excited to get to play with Jalen Hurts. Take a listen.
I'm extremely excited to play with him. We always joked about it, but we never thought it would be reality. We talk all the time, and just trying to be on the same page all the time is huge for our offense, huge for our team. We already have that friendship, so we can hold each other accountable. We know it makes each other tick.
Okay, prediction time. Shannon, you liked the Eagles picks, and then you gave the Cowboys draft a grade of a D. So do you think the Eagles now have the edge over Skip's Cowboys?
No, because I still believe Dak Prescott is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. And Skip, you have to understand, look at what Jalen Hurts had. He had 4 or 5 guys that go in the first round, and none of them won any awards. Jared Judy didn't win the Blitnikoff Award until Tua became the quarterback. Devontae Smith didn't win the award until Mac Jones became the quarterback. And when he was the quarterback, CeeDee Lamb didn't win any awards. So this notion that, I'm telling you what, A.J. Brown's going to be extremely frustrated because the one thing that Jalen Hurts can't do, not even close to what Tannehill do, is throw the football. And Tannehill is not the greatest thrower of the football, but I believe he's a better passer than Jalen Hurts. And I don't care how much money you make, Skip. Receivers want to catch the football. There's not enough money that you can pay a receiver that he's going to be okay with catching 3 or 4 balls a game. And he's going to be okay with getting 5 targets a game when he sees Cooper Kupp getting 15, when he sees Devontae Adams getting 17, and he sees Diggs, and he sees Tyreek, and he sees all these other guys because they paid him like he's one of those other guys. And now all of a sudden, he's getting 8 targets. I mean, no, not 8. He's getting 5 targets. He's catching 2 because 3 of them got skipped to him. We'll see. I mean, it sounds good in theory, Skip. You get your money, you go to one of your homeboys. Yeah, I got a lot of homeboys. I ain't want to play quiet. I ain't want to be my quarterback. No, I want to catch the football. I want to put someone to put me in a situation, not only that we can win, but I want some stats to go along with the winning, Skip. I think A.J. Brown's going to be extremely frustrated, and I get it. The offer that Tennessee, that he was saying that Tennessee offered, I got no problem with him leaving. And he said, I wanted to stay, but I didn't want to stay at that number. So he goes into a situation. The Howard Roseman is doing a great job of trying to surround Jalen Hurts with talent. Skip, Dallas Goedert, you got Devontae, you got A.J. So you have some weapons now. If Sanders can stay healthy, Miles Sanders can stay healthy, nice offensive line. If, Lane Johnson can stay healthy. Kelsey came back for another year, Skip. But no, I still believe the best quarterback in that division, which isn't saying much, is Dak Prescott. So therefore, Giants made some great moves, made some great draft day moves, but I still believe the Cowboys are the better team for the simple fact they have the better quarterback.
Shannon Sharpe, lifelong diehard Dallas Cowboy fan, sitting here ready to painfully admit on national TV, I am, that the Philadelphia Eagles are just a little better than my Cowboys right now. They just went right over the edge and over the top to get the edge on my Cowboys because I don't just like all the moves they made. I love all the moves.
Oh, yeah, the draft. They I believe they hit it out the park with the draft.
I think they hit it out of the park with A.J. You realize that he is, by his own definition, the best friend of Jalen Hurts. Besties. They have thrown, according to A.J. Brown, together in the off seasons for the last 3, day after day. They have basically lived together through off seasons throwing. So you can't tell me he doesn't know Jalen Hurts' arm strength or the way his ball spins or the catchability of the footballs. You just can't tell me. Not under game conditions, obviously. No, nobody's covering. It's against air. But you can't tell me he doesn't know his accuracy level over lengthy workouts day after day after day. You can't tell me that he's going to be shocked during a game to find Jalen can't throw it. Because you are dangerously underestimating Jalen Hurts. You have from the start.
No, the numbers speak to Skip. The numbers bear it out.
Well, all of a sudden, you've got A.J. Brown, your best friend. You've got Devontae Smith, your teammate at Alabama.
Yeah, who was extremely frustrated. Do you remember what Devontae Smith did in the Tampa game? How he was stomping? Be like, I'm open, and he tried to wait till he was wide open, and it ended up getting picked.
Okay. And do not sleep on the Eagles' final draft pick. a second, 6th-round pick. Grant Calcaterra out of the University of Oklahoma, who retired 2 years ago because of concussions.
Yeah.
He's going to give it a try. Trust me on this. He is a big, fast stud of a hybrid sort of Shannon Sharp. He's not Shannon Sharp, but he's
Nice
more
tight end,
of you. He's a bigger, I don't even know what you call him. He's tight end-ish, but he's also got some wide receiver to him.
Yeah.
And he can flat out go up and snatch it in the red zone. Kid out of California. So if they can revive him, he's very close with Jalen also.
Right.
So all of a sudden you're surrounding Jalen with weapons who are friends of his.
Yeah.
Good thing or bad thing? I'm going to go good thing. Sometimes it's a bad thing. Sometimes you can be too close, like Baker and Odell. They were supposed to be very close friends, and all of a sudden you're force-feeding Odell to a fault.
Yeah. He's barely a 60% completion guy. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that.
Okay. Did they make the playoffs?
They
last year?
did. They
Okay.
did.
Can you devalue that? Can
No.
you discount that?
Did you see what happened once they got to the playoffs? Now Skip,
Well, they ran into the GOAT.
what does that got to do?
GOAT.
What does that got to do with him throwing the ball? Okay, if they lose, that's one thing. But what about his completion percentage? What about his ability to throw the football? At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. If you think that you can run your way to a championship, it's not going to happen. Skip, a quarterback that can run, a quarterback that runs is a liability. A quarterback that can run is an asset. Think about what I said. Don't let that go over your head at home. There's a difference between the two. Patrick Mahomes can run. He doesn't run. There's a difference. Some guys run. Other guys can run. Look at Josh Allen. Look at Mahomes. Look at Burrow. Look at Herbert. They can run, only under necessity.
All I know is I watched Jalen Hurts every snap under Lincoln Riley at the University of Oklahoma after he left St. Nick. Boy, he just threw the hell out of it
Skip,
all year long, and he only had one receiver. He had CeeDee Lamb or bust. They didn't even have a good number 2 that year.
There's a reason why guys struggle that come from the collegiate level to the NFL, because those guys are not going to be 5 yards wide open. You have to throw guys open. You have to have tremendous anticipatory skills, and that's what I'm looking for. A guy that can see it and anticipate it. Accuracy is the most important thing. The anticipatory skills is the most important thing. I don't care how strong your arm is. Montana didn't have a strong arm. Brady doesn't have a strong arm. You don't need to have Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen arms, but I need to have that accuracy. Can I get Joe Montana's accuracy? Can I get Tom Brady's accuracy? Can I get Aaron Rodgers' accuracy? Give me that. You take the strong arm. I'll let you throw the ball on one knee, 50 yards to hit the upright like Kyle Bowler, and I'll take Joe Montana that can probably only throw it about 45 yards, 50 yards maybe on a good day with a nice little 2-mile-an-hour wind behind him, and gonna pick you apart. Give me that guy.
I'll take Jalen Hurts. I never said he's going to make a Pro Bowl because I don't believe he ever will, but he will win a whole bunch of football games because he's a better Tim Tebow. He's a leader. He's a baller. He's a playmaker. He just makes plays. He lifted that team into the playoffs last year, and at least they got to the GOAT at the GOAT. And you can't discount it because that team had the makings of going places, and then all of a sudden you had Jordan Davis and then the steal of the draft into Kobe Dean and A.J. Brown.
Yeah,
all of a sudden, I'm looking at this. You didn't really lose much, and Hassan Reddick you added to the pass rush mix.
Oh, yeah.
You kept Derek Barnett, and you kept Fletcher Cox, and you kept Boston Scott. And I'm saying, even that Cam Jurgens, the center they took out of Nebraska, by all accounts, I don't know his game, but everybody says he's got Pro Bowl potential as a center. Well, all of a sudden, you got a loaded football team, and I keep waiting for Jerry to do something. And I can't defend the draft. And obviously, they lost Amari, and they lost Randy Gregory, and they cut Lyle Collins, and they lost Cedric Wilson. And what am I supposed to do with this? Dante Fowler, you got no use for him, right? Okay, so that's your big ad. And you kept DeMarcus Lawrence, and you kept Jaron Kearse, and you kept Dorrance Armstrong, and you kept Wolf Hunter, and you kept Carlos Watkins. Where are we going with this? That team's in 5 in their last 11 games.
Yes.
I can't defend it.
But Skip, head to head, you taking Jalen Hurts over Dak? I know you're out on Dak right now because like you mentioned, he went 6-5.
He went 6-5. He's making $75 million, counting his bonus last year.
Yes.
It's hard to defend it. I told you, what was his record? I forget off the top of my head, 5-13, I think it was, in the stretch before he got paid.
Yeah.
Because they just weren't very good.
Right.
After those first 3 fireworks games, 4th of July games to start the, what would have been, 2019 season. Then he goes to contractual war with Jerry Jones, and you know the rest of the story.
Right.
He crumbled down the stretch of that year. Then he crumbled to start the next year, and then he got hurt and suffered a career-threatening injury. Then he gets hurt in training camp, and he had a couple of good games early, and then I can't really defend the rest of the year. So I want to like him more. I hate to even talk about this, but I've told you from the start, I am an objective Cowboy fan.
Right.
I know that can be an oxymoron when it comes to most people.
Right, no,
but
y'all not objective.
Huh?
No, y'all not objective because
Okay,
you think
I'm
every
objective.
year y'all go into the Super Bowl and you go into the championship
well,
game.
I don't think this team can go to the Super Bowl. I love last year's team. I thought the window was about that open, and then it slammed shut.
Yeah, because you said it. Well, I said, Skip, you're going to jinx them. This team is unjinxable.
I said that, and I loved it, and I believed in it, and trust me, Jerry Jones thought that was Super Bowl bound, and yet he had the audacity to sit there after the draft and say, this draft will have the same impact last year's will. Well,
where your Michael Parsons at?
okay, I'm looking for a Micah, and I can't find a Micah. I don't know. Maybe he's lurking down there in the 4th round. I
Jared
don't know.
delusional too.
Well, is he? Because he's been really good at the draft, but Micah just fell right in their lap. It was 11 from heaven, right? Because they wanted a corner, and when they struck out on actually 3 corners, they traded back 2 slots, and they got Micah Parsons at 12.
But, Skip, here's the thing. If you look at the guys that they get, normally they're top 15. You go back and look at Tyron Smith, you look at Zach Martin. I think Zach Martin might have been